What happens to your money, home, or even your kids if something unexpected happens to you? If you don't have a legacy plan, the outcome might not be what you intended. In this video, I'll walk you through everything you need to know about legacy planning in Singapore, from why it matters to how you can get started step by step. Hi, I'm Fer from Dollar Bureau, a personal finance platform that talks about insurance, investments, and financial planning. Let's dive right in. So, what exactly is legacy planning? Legacy planning is all about deciding what happens to your assets, things like money, property, and investments after you pass on. If you think that this is just about writing a will, think again. It's a full plan that may include CPF nominations, trusts, LPAs, and even healthcare directives. In Singapore, this matters even more because of the specific rules around CPF, tax, and inheritance laws. Okay, so why does that make legacy planning important? Well, there are four key reasons. Number one, clarity for your loved ones. Without a clear plan, your family may be left guessing, which adds stress during an already emotional time. You can allocate your assets to your loved ones clearly, making sure that there are no disputes. Which leads to point number two, preventing family disputes. Because let's be real, when there's money involved, arguments can happen. A well drafted legacy plan removes that gray area and reduces conflict. Number three is the faster distribution of your assets. With a proper plan in place, your estate doesn't get stuck in legal processes. Your loved ones can get access to what they need faster. And number four, protection from exploitation. A solid legacy plan keeps opportunistic individuals from making false claims on your estate. So ultimately, it's about a peace of mind for you and for the people you care about. Alright, so what exactly goes into a legacy plan, especially here in Singapore? Well, there are five main components. Number one is writing a will. Your will is the foundation of your legacy plan. It spells out exactly who gets what, from property and cash to investments and even personal belongings. Without a will, your estate will be distributed according to Singapore's default laws, which may not reflect your wishes. Writing a will gives you control and protects your family from uncertainty. Next, let's look at CPF nominations. This one surprises a lot of people. Your CPF savings are not automatically covered by your will. You have to nominate who gets your CPF separately, or it will be distributed under the Interstate Succession Act or the Administration of Muslim Law Act if you are a Muslim. So, if you want your CPF to go to specific people, make sure you submit a CPF nomination. If you want to learn more about CPF nominations, I've covered it in another video, so do check it out in the description below. And if you want more control over how your assets are passed on, especially for younger and vulnerable family members, that's where a trust can help, which brings us to point number three, setting up a trust. Trusts let you control how and when your assets are distributed. For example, you might want your child to receive money only after turning 21, or you may have a family member with special needs who requires structured support. Trusts also help protect assets from creditors or lawsuits and can be a tool for tax planning. But legacy planning isn't only about money. Let's not forget your healthcare wishes, which brings us to number four, advanced care planning. This is about documenting your medical preferences in case you can't speak for yourself. You can make decisions ahead of time, like whether you want life-sustaining treatment, pain relief, or to even donate your organs. It lifts the emotional burden off your family and ensures your healthcare choices are honored. But what happens if you're still here, just unable to make decisions? This brings us to the lasting power of attorney, also known as an LPA. It lets you appoint someone to make decisions on your behalf, like managing your finances or your day-to-day healthcare. While everyone might think it's just for seniors, it's not, because accidents and illnesses can happen to anyone. Having an LPA ensures that someone you trust is empowered to act on your behalf instead of leaving it to the courts. Okay, so you've got the key components, but what exactly should go into your legacy plan? Let's look at the type of assets you need to think about. Number one is cash. Cash is liquid, meaning it's useful for covering immediate expenses like funerals or bills. List all your accounts, the amount you have in each of them, and who should receive what. Number two is investments. This includes stocks, bonds, REITs, unit trusts, or even crypto. List down all your brokerages, your exchanges, and the policies that you have. Some of your investments, especially those as an insurance policy, lets you name beneficiaries directly, which helps avoid probate delays. Speaking of insurance policies, that's number three. Life insurance and critical illness policies, Provide essential financial support for your loved ones. Any insurance policy that you have that contains a death benefit can be used as part of leaving a legacy. So compile all your insurance policies and make sure to set up insurance nominations. This makes sure that your payouts go directly to beneficiaries instead of it going through the interstate process. Here's our tip. You can use our financial toolkit to list down all your policies to make it easier for your family to know what assets you have and the policies that you have. Not only is it a place to store records, it helps you budget better, grow your wealth, calculate how much insurance you actually need, and also helps you pay off your debt so that you can make sure that your family gets what they deserve. I've linked to it in the description below. Lastly, list down your property. Real estate is usually the largest asset for most Singaporeans, whether it's your HDB, condo, or any landed properties. Clearly indicate who gets what and whether it should be sold or kept, especially for those that are non-joint tenancy. Also consider potential taxes or loans tied to the property when passing them on to your family members. Rental income from any of these properties are taxable, so be sure to let your beneficiaries know, and always get an insurance policy to cover your loans so that your creditors will not reduce the total amount you are bequeathing away. So, now that you know what to include, when should you start doing all this? The answer is as early as possible. Even in your 20s or 30s, you might already have some assets or insurance coverage. Creating a plan now ensures your savings go to the right people if something unexpected happens. When you become a parent, legacy planning becomes essential, not just to provide financially, but also to appoint guardians and to set up trusts. And if you are nearing retirement or already retired, this is the time to ensure what you've built over a lifetime is handled properly with minimum stress for your loved ones. Okay, one last thing before we wrap up, let's clear up a common mix-up, the difference between legacy planning and estate planning. While the terms are often used interchangeably, there is a subtle difference. Estate planning is about the legal and financial side, such as your wills, your trusts, and your asset distribution. Legacy planning includes all of that, plus the emotional, personal, and even spiritual elements. It could be letters to your children, preserving family stories, or setting up a fund for causes you care about. Legacy planning is about more than just passing down money, it's about passing down your values. Alright, we've come to the end of the video. While legacy planning might seem intimidating, it doesn't have to be. It's one of the best things you can do to honor your wishes and protect the people you care about most. If you want to learn more about legacy planning in Singapore, you can speak with one of our financial advisors. I'll include the link below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more practical financial tips. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.